Generic greetings! You have just been put in charge of creating a brand new fantasy town. You have to place buildings and build roads and lakes and shrubberies and things like that, and that will draw people to your town, and then you can sell them beer and things like that to make money, and then with that money you will hire adventurers and send them off on quests to get loot, and hopefully you will have a lot of fun while doing all of that. RPG Tycoon has been out in early access for a little bit, and I've known about it for quite some time because a lot of people always request that I do a video of it, but I thought, no, we'll wait until it's actually out and done, and by the time you're watching this, it is out and done. It's version 1.0, although we know that there's no real such thing as done these days, so you never know, might be more patches, etc. But I'm playing on the press build, so there might be a couple of changes and tweaks, but it is feature complete as far as I'm aware. So I'm just going to jump in and show you a little bit of it. I've played about an hour and 3/4, I think, so certainly a first impressions, not a review. There's my generic kingdom that I've been messing around for the, like I say, that amount of time, about an hour and 3/4, but we're going to create a new kingdom, so it's the G Kingdom, generic kingdom. And we are going to leave everything else on default, I believe. Objectives, yes, I think we're going to keep objectives on because they actually give you a little bit of gold. So welcome to RPG Tycoon, blah, 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 good luck. So, I'm going to scroll in. This is where we need to build. So, first things first, I'm going to click build. Then I'm going to go to demolish, and I'm going to, hang on, demolish. Oh, disable tips, please. Do you want to disable tips? Yes. Right, so demolish. I'm going to delete all of this water because it's just in my way. There we are. And then what I need to do is I need to build some sort of hero quarters. So we're going to place the hero quarters there. And what that allows me to do, as I said, is get a hero. So we'll go for dirt road. We're going to connect up with a dirt road like so. And then we need to actually hire a hero. So we're empty house. We can hire Philip the Brave. And you can see they've all got different stats. So strength, speed, charisma, things like that. And them stats are, you know, they affect what type of quest you send them on. So obviously if you send someone on a diplomatic quest like Philip the Brave with a low charisma, then he's probably not going to do very well. We've got Iris the Incredible, which is very intelligent. We've got Chris the Courageous, very nice name. And we've got Amy the Awesome, what a name. You can see there's like a higher price and how much gold they take per month for the upkeep. Who's that? Mark the Handy, very high intelligence but low other things, low speed and such. I think that guy's just a bit crap. And they've also got some traits as well, which is good for like different things as well. And you mouse over them, it tells you what they're good for. I think we'll go for Scott the Honest, Tara the Bold, Sarah the Sneaky, Teddy the Tough, Strength 150. I think we want like a guy that can do a bit of everything. So what was that? Was that Darren the Useless? Look at that, 10, 10, 10, 10. Only 10 gold as well. So 300 gold for Lawrence the Strong, 250 gold, Sam the Quick. Can I have like Bob the Generic, which is like, you know, a bit good at sort of a bit of everything. We probably do have one further back over. Philip the Brave, got pretty much 20 everywhere. Chris the Courageous, Lone Wolf, better performance in quick traits and raises chance of getting loot in epic quests. I'm going to hire him. There we go. So do you want to hire Chris the Courageous? Yes. So we now have an hero. You can see they're wandering around. What are you going to do with them? Well, I think I will go for quests, and I'm going to send them on a quick quest. So you have different types. So we've got diving, incinerate, endurance, and arrest. So I'm going to say take justice into my own hands. We're going to do an arrest quest. So what you have to do, you have to assign them some supplies. And as far as I'm aware, like these type of quests are like randomly generated and things like that. So we need to assign them different supplies. We can see we've got a mortar, we've got junk, we've got farming equipment, and you can, well, the type of equipment you give them, and actually the order really does matter. I'm going to give them armor straight away, and then we're going to give them probably some identification. I'm going to give them a mortar. I don't think a mortar actually means, I think it's probably a mortar and pestle rather than like a, you know, an open over explosion mortar thing. Climbing gear, camping materials, and a storage chart. So we'll go for next. We'll assign our hero. There we go. And we need to select the approach. So there's different ones like aggressive or quick, things like that. We're going to go for a normal one. And what happens is he'll bugger off and he will start doing the quest. And it'll pop on the bottom left and show you what sort of things they are going to do. So what other things can we do while he's, you know, doing that? Well, we've just lost a bit of money because you pay a bit of upkeep. And as you can see on the bottom right, we've got a certain amount of gold. So we've got 1,455 generic units of currency, or money in this case. And we've also got an attractiveness. Now, the higher the attractiveness, the better, because that brings more people to your area, your town, and then, or your kingdom, we should call it. And then you'll be able to sell them beer and things like that. So anyway, this is doing a quick quest. And you can see that says bad. It'll say bad, good, whatever. Awesome. And there's our rest quest. So we can see that the armor, the climbing gear, the camp materials, the storage cart, and the mortar were completely useless. That's what the red was. The blue means it was correct but placed in the wrong order. So anyway, increase our happiness by 2, a little bit of gold there, and we will progress on. And we can see that they've gained a little bit of experience, which is all good, and that will like level them up and stuff, and also increase their fatigue. We'll go to next, and then we can see that the other towns around us, these don't like it, but this one does like it, and this increases like the overall approval, and you don't really want it to go too low because bad things happen. We'll close that down, and we are now back managing settlements. We can go up to our kingdom. Hang on, not that one there. We want to go for... Close all that down. It's all the tutorial stuff. We go for relations. We can see that we have the different relations between the other neighbouring sort of kingdoms and stuff. So we can go sort for... Hang on, let's have a quick look. Graveborg, what a name. And you can see it's got an overall protection level and a threat level as well. You don't want that to go too high. You can actually send a hero there, or you can upgrade it. So you can say, put a notice board there and receive bounties and things like that. So once you do bounties for them, they will, it'll improve their demeanour and things like that. So anyway, he's now done his thing. We can click on him and see the stats as well. Condition and everything is all high. So what we're going to do, we're going to go for another quest. We're going to do another quick quest there. There's also an epic quest. We've got endurance training old school. Let's do that. So training, what would you want for training? Well, you probably want, I don't think you'd want junk. You'd probably want camping materials for that. Climbing gear maybe. Armor. We'll go for storage cart, religious text, and identification maybe next, and then obviously we can only select one hero. We'll go for a normal, and then they'll go off and do their thing. So we need to complete 5 quests, and once you do that, you level your hero up and gain money and stuff. What other things can we build? Let's have a quick look. We can go for a clinic, which heals our heroes. We've got some cobbled grass, hero quarters. Getting another hero quarters is quite good, but I think what I'll do, actually, I'll build another hero quarters. I'll put one there. And then I want to build a clinic, but the clinic is quite large, as you can see. So I think what I'll do, I'll place it... Actually, I'm going to see if I can expand the land. How much is the land expansion? Ah, we can't expand the land because it's not letting me. Like I said, when you level up, you can turn this off, but I thought I'd do it just to... It's sort of easy to... It eases you in the game, and it allows me to show you it sequentially, but... You can expand your land, toggle kingdom expansion. You can expand this land because at the moment that's the only place we can build in. But obviously we've got all of this as well to build on. So anyway, the endurance quest, the camping materials and the climbing gear were required, but they weren't in the right order. If they were in the right order, then you do get a bonus. But here's the thing, right? As far as I'm aware, the order is, well, it's not random. So it's, you could, if you want to, just keep trial and erroring it, or... After I trial and errored it a couple of times and got it right, I thought, I wonder if someone has went on the Steam guides and put all of the solutions there. And they have. And it's not great either way, whether you want to just play it as you should or whether you just go and get the guide. It just seems, I don't understand like why the order, the preparation order really matters. Surely taking the gear with you is just the main thing. Anyway, that's just a bit of a niggle there. We'll go to the next one and you can see we're leveling up, and we almost did level up, but we'll go for finish that one off, and everybody like that. You can see this is all increasing the approval of the other settlers. That's good. So well, back down here, what I want to do is hire another hero. So we'll go for, I think, Iris the Incredible, Mark the Handy, Lone Wolf and Healer, which is quite good. Intelligence very high. What I want to do, that's ambidextrous, strategist and collector. Greater chance of success in epic quests and recover more food. We're going to go for Sarah the Sneaky because she'll be quite good for doing sneaky stuff later on. And also, when you do epic quests, which is pretty much bring as many people as you want, it'll be quite good. Again, go back to quests and we'll go do a quick one. We're going to go for a diving. Search the depths of the ocean. I don't think we want... We definitely want camping supplies for this one. Climbing gear might be quite good. Storage, identification, farming equipment. We're going to take junk because we can. And then we need to assign... Who would be quite good? It's probably someone with speed. Speed, I'll take Sarah. We'll go for a normal one on that one. And now one of the things I don't understand is you can't do more than one quick quest. Right? I mean, once one person's doing a quick quest, you can't send another one on a quick quest. Don't really understand why that is the case. Really don't. Anyway, there's our quest list, what we've done. There's our history. What else can we do? Well, I do want to expand this, but what we're trying to do at the moment is reach level 2. And you can see we're almost there, and we're trying to do more quests. So let's go for our overall kingdom. We can see, hang on, our overall happiness approval is nearly 60%. We've got buildings and how much it's going to cost us. Adventurers. It's not listing anything in there. But we've got, because we've got no adventurers. How do we? Followers. We've got followers. Raise your follower count by recruiting more settlements. Yeah. So anyway, speed up to max speed, and we'll see what happens with this quest here. So Sarah the Sneaky. Camping materials were not required, but climbing gear, storage cart, and identification were used, but not in necessarily the right order. This also shows you the quest preparation performance, which is just bad on both sides. Go for next, and we're not going to level up, but there you go. Some happiness has been got, and they really like that. Now that's been improved to good. Excellent. We're going to close that one down. And again, we need to do another quest. So we're still just keep sending on doing quests. Incinerate. Watch the world burn. I don't think this is going to be great, but we'll take armor, camping supplies, climbing gear, storage cart, religious text, because we're obviously cleansing the heretics, and probably a mortar. And we're going to send off Chris the Courageous on a normal mission. There we go. So we are almost leveled up. I think what I'm going to do is go to build and then to dirt road. Do I want a dirt road? Yeah, we'll go for dirt road and we'll just connect these up. You get some like connection bonus when you collect some of the buildings up as well. These buildings here can't be upgraded, but some of the others can. So again, max speed. Have a sip of beverage while it's doing it. Beverage, a nice cup of tea. So adventurers, you gained enough attention for adventurers to nearby settlements to decide to see what your kingdom has to offer. So we can place stores and services and things like that, and we get some money. So I think what we're going to do first is, this is the quest that I sent them on, which is everything's awful, to be honest with you. And they have leveled up though, which is good. And yeah, they didn't like me burning things, which is understandable. So we now have got other people wandering around. So this is Charlotteborough, and you can see they've got an overall happiness, things like that. What they're going to do is wander around, and you'll want to sell stuff to them, to be honest. I'm going to expand this thing over to that side. There we go, and that gives us a little bit more land. We're going to go to build, and then we need to build a clinic, I think, because it's probably necessary in order to heal our heroes. Again, dirt road, and we'll just increase that along like so. And then while I'm here, I will go to demolish and get rid of that tree. There we are. So we need to complete another quest, so we're going to, we could do an epic quest. Epic quests, you send more than one person. Let's do that. Let's send Chris the Courageous, and we'll also assign Sarah the Sneaky. We'll do a normal approach, and then you also have a like adventure type. So obviously we want to do a tame. We can't do these other ones. There we go. So they're going to both go off, and obviously, Sarah the Sneaky, I believe her ability... Hang on, let's have a quick look. Sarah the Sneaky, her ability is Strategist, greater chances in success in Epic Quest, which is what we're doing, and Collector, which is recover more loot. So very, very good. We're just going to press that button because we don't want to expand any further. So you can see these are wandering around. What we're going to do is probably build... I wouldn't mind a sandwich shop, but it costs 1,000. I wouldn't mind a tavern as well, but that costs 500. So what we need to do is build a tavern. So I'll speed up to max speed, because once we've done this quest, we will get 400 gold. That's why I like having these on. Here we go. So a fish out of water. This is what happens when you're doing an epic quest. You get like a pop-up and you get a choice. So your heroes are wandering beside a large lake when they notice a strange fish-like creature on the ground. It is flopping around as it has accidentally beached itself. I will say, throw it back in the water. So this is throw it back in the water. We do have a test to roll on, and I don't know, it just says stat 26. It doesn't tell me what the stat is, which is quite bad, but we need to roll, and it says stat 26. We get one roll. Based on your stat, the higher the better. Obviously we'll get more dice. So we've one hero's got a 6. We're going to roll the other character, Sarah the Sneaky. We're going to roll another one. Target is 15, and no, we get 2 rolls. Again, I don't know why. It doesn't really tell me. We got 28, which is a success because the target was 15. So your heroes throw the fish back into the water. It quickly recovers upon the surface before hastily swimming away. Your heroes saved a life today, no matter how small. Gain experience and collect a bonus. Gained bonus loot drop. Maybe it's the fish. Anyway, so we have got a little bit of loot, and you can see that says bad, bad, awful, and then okay now and again. Right, so quest completed. A couple of people have leveled up. We got some loot. We got the gloves of stupidness, can equip to thieves, brutes, and gadgeteers. We've also got a map, which is discover a new settlement, and we've got some supplies as well. So we'll finish that, and then as you can see, I'll just pause it for a second. Oh no, everything goes red, so I'm not going to do that. We now got another objective. So start from nothing. Get adventurers to your kingdom. Place a decoration. Have a tavern, and earn 1,000 gold. So we've got enough gold for me to place a tavern, I believe. So we'll go for a tavern, and we'll place it right next door. Now, one of the things that I'm not a great fan of is that sometimes it's difficult to really build the... I've never really felt creative while doing any of this. I've just been like sort of plopping things down in a big line, and you know, there is probably a reason to move things around, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if you get any adjacency bonus or things like that. Connection bonus there. But as you can see now, this tavern, what happens is people will walk past it and then they'll go in for a drink, and then we make a bit of money, which is good. This tavern can also be leveled up, so if we click on it, we can see that we can actually level up, but we've got no experience. You'll get experience by people going there and drinking. So Chris the Courageous demands a raise, so we can either say decline or we can accept it. I'm going to accept it because he's done quite well. We're going to go for a quick look at our inventory, and we've got Gloves of Stupidness, which is increases our strength by 6%, intelligence by 4%, and logic, I'm guessing, by 2%, so we can apply it to Sarah the Sneaky, because, well, why not? We can also go for armor, which we've got nothing. So here we go, items. Supply. Unlocks a new quest supply. I'm going to do that. You unpackage the mystery box and find that it contains new supply that will help you your quests. And we want to do the same thing again. So, supplies, there we go. And we need to go to a map. So, it discovers a new settlement. So, let's have a quick look and see our new settlement. We'll go to relationships. We got Wraith Stop? Something like that. Either way, these are the overall happiness. They're unhappy, so we need to increase them somehow, but we'll do that a little bit later. This person you can see is, looks like Sarah wants a raise as well. They've got a little bit of damage. You can see that symbol above the head. What they'll do is they go into this clinic, which is why I built that, and they'll slowly heal up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to quest. I'm going to go to a simple quest. I'm going to go to arrest. Take justice in our own hands, and we're going to look at our combo history. We know that identification is a good thing, but it's not in that slot there. So I'm going to try and put identification in the first row, and then I'm going to take some bait, because why not? And what else have we got unlocked? You can see there's loads of other stuff there. Armor, weapons is probably quite good for this. Camping materials, climbing gear. Actually, I don't think camping materials or climbing gear are required, no. So we can get rid of that. Can we get rid of that? We probably have to go back. I can't be bothered. Assign new hero. There we go. And we'll do a normal approach, and they'll run off and do things. So you can see I'm selling beer. I'm making money. Overall approval is 69%. Our attractiveness, which is something you really need to keep an eye on, is 27%. You need to increase your attractiveness by building decorations, and decorations like palms and rocks. Snowman, no. Is there like a big crate? Yes, there is. There's also a bench, simple wooden bench. I'm going to spin it around and place it. Actually, no. What I'm going to build is... Have we unlocked it yet? There's a nice fountain, but it costs a lot of money. There's a flagship. There's stocks somewhere. Stocks are down. There you go, stocks. I was going to place it right at the front. I'm going to place a nice decorative well right at the front. Now, again, when I'm placing this, I've never felt creative. I've always went, well, I need to place something because it increases your attractiveness, even though the attractiveness can't go over 50 as far as I'm aware. So sometimes, I think on my last town, I had a bit of, because I didn't build them in a row like this, I had a bit of a mess around the back end, like over here, that I couldn't get to, like a couple of blocks. So I just placed like rocks there. So, you know, it worked out. I just placed some rocks and, you know, that was okay. So anyway, here we go. This is our arrest quest. So identification was required and also in the right slot. Bait and weapons were required but not in the right slot. And the armor and other stuff wasn't. So we'll go to next, and we can see we've leveled up a little bit. Got a little bit of experience there and some approval. And it looks like Balderdash, like that. But these other two didn't. Oh, that's not good at all. We're going to close that down. What we want to do is go to heroes, and actually no we don't, we want to go to probably relationships and to this first one here, and we want to send a hero, and they will go there and just basically help out and help defend and you know, things like that, increase their overall approval. So, the greatest kingdom is Alderath. They are first, I am third, the G Kingdom. So, oh god, they're doing much better than they're on 15,000 and a bit points. I'm on 8, so I'm not doing that great. Either way, we are still getting some stuff sold. We're on 8 out of 20 experience for the tavern. We do want to level up later on. So I'm still trying to do this thing up here, staff from nothing. So I need to earn more gold. I'm going to go back to quests, do another simple quest here, and endurance test. So enduro combo was camping materials and climbing gear, but not in that order. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say armor, weapons, camp materials, climbing gear, and then, for example, I don't know, say bait and farming equipment. Just pulling a plow behind you. So we can now select an approach. Normal or careful, I think for this type of quest it's going to be normal. And I said the combos and stuff, they're all, you can probably find out what the best ones are and stuff, but you know, you're supposed to, you know, play them through trial and error. Anyway, so what have we got in our inventory? Anything funky? No, we've just got that gloves of the stupidness. Relationship is, yeah, we can see that's slowly going up there because we've got our hero there. We have not yet got any research, but you will unlock research later on, so you can unlock different things. So still making money. Currently got a 322 gold. Nice beverage, and overall attractiveness is 50, so more people are coming here. But even though there's lots of people around, they're just wandering about. They've got nothing to really spend their money on. So I'm going to wait for this quest to be done. So it looks like camping materials and climbing gear are required and in the right place. Apparently, even though our preparation was quite bad, we've got a bit more money. And haven't yet leveled up, but there we go, next one. And everybody likes that, and everyone likes that endurance quest. What we might do then is, do you want to send them on it again? I don't know. Let's have a quick look at Chris the Courageous. What is those over? His entertainment's quite low, so we need to improve that somehow. And I think the way we do that is by placing a building like not an accessory store. Stone Road might be quite good. I think there's like a... Can't see it. There's like a... What was it? I think it was like a theatre or something like that, which is quite good. Right, so... What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to our kingdom, our relationships again, and I'm going to say, you, return the hero, because I want to do another epic quest, and see what happens. There's our Chris the Courageous, our ranger, wandering around there. You can see the want some entertainment, waiting for our other hero. Is that our other hero? Sarah the Sneaky, yes. It'd be good if the heroes were actually like highlighted in somewhere, because I mean the best thing to do is use the button at the top, but if these were highlighted in somewhere, like either a bit bigger or had a big circle around them or something to say, these are your heroes. Oh, she's also injured. Yeah, condition is low, so she's going to go back to her little... she's going to go in there? Normally they go inside there and get a bit of a heal. Condition. I'm gonna force them to the recover area. When you've got the building to do it, you get the option. You can just say, right, go there and recover. That person's a little bit tired, so I'll say send. I was gonna manually send them, but looks like they've already done it. Speed up to max speed here. So we're still making money, but we're not making a lot of money because we're still paying upkeep on these buildings. So he's going to wander back slowly to his house and have a bit of a kip, a bit of a sleep. How are we on this tavern? It's almost leveled up. 19. One more beer. Here we go. And it's now leveled up. So that means we can say, right, what do you want to upgrade the stock quality or price or low maintenance? I'm going to say price. I want to get more money. Also, you can assign a hero to it. So you can say, go to like unattended, assign Sarah the Sneaky, and she will improve it somehow. So she's going to go over there, and I think you like earn a little bit more money or something like that. Sarah the Sneaky is inside this building. There you go. I'm going to stop now because Chris is almost out. So we've got Chris and Sarah. Let's go for another quest. Epic quest. We're going to assign Chris on the point and Sarah, and we're going to do it carefully. And we'll say tame, and boom, they'll go off and do that. 445 gold at the moment, and obviously we're still paying money on that one, sadly. You don't pay money on the roads, but you do pay on these buildings. So when you level them up and stuff, it's always good to reduce the upkeep on them. Some of the buildings you can upgrade, like the clinic you can't, but the tavern you can. I don't know why the clinic you can't, or why you can't upgrade the homes and stuff. It's just what it's like, I guess. So apparently these are awful. Look, this is what they're doing. They're doing really bad. So a hole in the ground. Your hero stood in the middle of a field. They noticed a strange cavernous hole in the ground with absolutely no idea what caused it or how it appears. Seems to go down for miles in swamp and darkness. I'm going to try and rappel down it. So the score is 0. Score 0 at the moment. Target is 17. I'm going to roll the dice again. I don't know what I'm rolling. Just say stats 117. I get 1 roll. Don't know why that is. Don't know what type of dice I get. Don't know why it's 117 and why I get 1 dice, not 2. Either way, we're going to keep rolling. 138, and we get strategist bonus. We get 2 dice, and boom, we have passed it. So proceed there. Your heroes tie a rope to a nearby tree and begin abseiling down into the hole. They've eventually managed to reach the bottom without any trouble. Realizing how dark it's suddenly become, one of your heroes lights a torch from a cloth supply pack. A large treasure chest sits in front of them. Ah, excellent. So we gain some gold. Good, good, good. So that's okay there. Very good. We've got almost... we got what? 1,000 gold from your adventurers. How many have we got? How many followers have we got? 28. And we're still selling beer. There we go. 42 now gold for just a pint of beer. That's really expensive. That's like Super Bowl beer money. Right, so... quest completed. We've got some cheese, which increases max health for someone, and a shield of simplicity. No levels up as far as I can see. We'll finish that quest. Quite good. That's good. Let's go to our inventory, and we can say shield of simplicity. So strength, intelligence, and lodge goes up by 1. We're going to assign it to... Oh, we can't assign it to any one of them because I'm guessing Guardians, Valiants, and Brutes. We don't have them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sell that one then. I'm going to sell it because I don't really need it at the moment. We'll go to our cheese. Increase max health of... Sarah, because Sarah is one of our most useful ones, because when they go together, she gives them a bonus. So I think, well, if we didn't have Sarah, would have had a lot of problems. So I think it looks like Sarah's a bit tired. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to Heroes, and actually no. Can we start another epic quest? They are a little bit low on health, so I'd rather not. What I'm going to do is go to quick quest, go for diving, and we will go for, what's our previous combo? Climbing gear, storage cart, and identification are good for this thing. So I'm going to try and say put identification right at the start, and then I want to say storage and then climbing. Storage, climbing. I'm guessing, did we take bait before? We didn't take bait. I reckon bait will be quite good. And maybe some scrolls, and I don't think weapons. Oh, we'll see what happens. We'll go to next. Assign Sarah, and we'll go for a careful approach. Don't do a maverick dive. Level 2 still. There's some of the buttons for toggling, like the opacity and stuff, and we can center of the world. Don't know why we want to do that. Zoom out quite far. The music's actually quite simple. It reminds me of sort of bullfroggy type games. That sort of quirky, upbeat tune. Right. Looks like we've just done our quest. So, excuse me. Identification, storage cart, climbing gear in the wrong order. But they were required. And our fatigue's maxed out now, so we can't really send them on anything else. Looks like the settlements, most of them are like that, well, all of them are like that, but there's still this Gravesbog, which is not a big fan of us. We now need to place a library, complete a research task, and then upgrade a settlement. Well, we've already upgraded a settlement because we've already done that. I'm going to send Sarah on a bit of a no, get some sleep, and is that says Sarah, but that's actually Chris, I think. Hang on. Yes, it is Chris, but it's selecting Sarah. Conditions okay, entertainment's low. What I'm going to do then, I'm going to go to quests, and we'll say I don't really want to incinerate. I want to arrest. So what was our identification is good. So identification in that order. Identification, weapons, bait, mortar. We'll take a plough with us or a combine harvester. Religious texts. Next, San Chris. Aggressive approach. You get different ones as you level your characters up. They get like different abilities and stuff. So you can actually see that they got strategist collector and their stats have gone up and stuff. Current weapon, grip with the gloves of stupidness. Amazing. So, how much gold we got? 1,800 and ooh, a lot. So let's just increase. Let's expand the land there. There we go. And we want to then build, say, well, we need to build a library to do some reading. So, is there a library here somewhere? A library will be... Is it in special? Notice board. Notice boards are quite good because you can get bounties and such, and you can assign different bounties. Weapon store, fishing, shark, accessory store, sandwich shop. I'm going to place a sandwich shop, actually, because you gain loads of money. So we'll place that there, right next to it. Connection bonus as well. Now, this is one of the things I mentioned before, that you can see my approval, my attractiveness is going down, but I've got a bit of dead space around the back there. What I'll do is I'll just place a couple of boxes, which increase the overall, like, happiness of the thing. The overall attractiveness, should I say. It looks like I'm now 4th, so I'm not doing very good. Looks like identification and weapons were in the right order, even though our preparation was good. Our performance was bad. Bait's not in the right order, but we've leveled up. Quick and arrest, that's their experience in these quests. And we can see that, oh, they didn't like that, apparently. Ah, well. Right, so, place a library, complete a research task, upgrade a settlement. So we need to go for a... building. Right, where will it be? Library. 1,200. So I don't have enough money, but that's all it is. At least I know that that's what the deal is. So apparently Chris really wants some... You can see he's unhappy look. But we're going to send him on an epic quest. Chris the Courageous, followed by Sarah. We're going to do it carefully. Yeah. Tame. once you do more epic quests, you actually get more options for that, like doing higher level ones, as it were. So how is that leveled up? It's not leveled up yet. It's still level 2. The sandwich shop also hasn't leveled up, but we are making a bit of money here. We've got 851. This, like I say, the reason I kept this on, this sort of half tutorial type thing, is it gives you money. You get a reward for doing it, so it's it's definitely worth doing. Place a library, complete a research task, upgrade a settlement. Obviously, we've already upgraded a settlement, but it hasn't retroactively done that one. So, a mysterious box. Amidst the forest, your heroes notice a strange box standing there. Looks like the height of one of your heroes, with 4 red wooden panels making up each side, one of which appears to be a door. While your heroes observe this strange object, they spot an odd-looking man waving a long white cloak towards and then to the box. He doesn't come back out again. Must be quite cramped in there. I'm going to knock on the door. Your heroes approach a strange box with caution. As they loom closer, one of your heroes slowly holds out their fist poised, ready to knock. Suddenly, the door swings open as a mysterious man emerges from the gap. Maybe it's just a toilet. He holds out a hand with a big smile on his face and introduces himself as heroes with a firm handshake. He explains to your heroes, I hope he washed, heroes that he is here to help and would happily join the kingdom as long as they could store the box somewhere safe. Your heroes are very confused by this man. He's friendly but seems very odd. We could always use another helping hand, right? So gained call box, special building. Hang on, is it? That's a Doctor Who reference, isn't it? Let's go to building, special. Call box, there it is. Yeah. Bigger on the inside. Doctor Who reference. Right. Looks like our kingdom has leveled up, which means we get more options now. So we go to building new, you can see we've got different options here. Actually, I can't really see new there. There's a nice tavern, that's quite good. We should build a big row of taverns. Just call it Pisshead Alley. It's just full of people just walk down there and just do a proper pub crawl. I want to place that call box. I actually want to place the library, but I don't have enough money. Once these are finished, the quest, though, I should get enough. And then I can place the library. There we go. We got a diamond, removes settlement threat level, and also unlocks a new quest supply. Got enough money now. Let's just go to our inventory. And diamond, we want to say remove threat level. There isn't any threat level on there really, so I'm not going to use it yet. Go back to the inventory and we've got supply. So we now found another supply. We need to build a library. So there's a library. It's quite big, but I'm going to place it there. Again, I'm just placing them in the row because it seems the most efficient, and I don't know if there's any like bonus for being creative or anything. But as you can see, we've got like a bit of a dead space around here. If I just close that, we can actually drop that down. You can see there's a dead space behind there, but even if I place a building that nobody can see, it will freak weather. Bad things now. Yeah, what that was is you get modifiers. So we currently got build maintenance cost is 20%. You get things like oh, we're also on a negative balance, which is not good. You'll also get things like sewage problems, and it'll reduce the overall attractiveness and things like that, so it's not great. Anyway, this is a library, and what you can do, you can go to your research, and you can, say, increase the value of stock in all stores, things like that, cutting corners, blah, blah, and just doing this will improve things, but it doesn't seem to cost anything. It just depends on the amount of books you have, and you can upgrade the books later on. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to say increase the value of your stock in stores, yes, and that'll take a certain number of days. You can see we're on year 3, month 4, week 4, day 3, 4, 5, so it's just per second tick. So, what was saying? Yes, the overall attractiveness has gone down, but if I place like some stocks or something back here, like if I go to say build and then decorations and place some ornamental rocks, no. How about flag post, a flower bed? Placing a flower bed back here, nobody can see it, but it does increase my approval. There you go, attractiveness goes up. So even though you can't hardly see it. So that's what I tend to do. Just, place things like that, and then, it's out the way. It means you don't have any, like, dead zones. So, there's positives and negatives there. So, complete a research task, upgrade a settlement. That's my overall objective. Now, how long is it going to take to do that? These are leveling up, but not a lot. Still got a bit of money. We could hire some more adventurers, but I think we're going to send them on another epic quest. Oh, injured. We can't. What we need to do then. Was that Chris? Yes, we need to send him to the to this building here, the clinic. If they're at a certain point, they will actually go and do it themselves. It looks like we've completed a research task, so we'll go to research quite. We'll go to research again. We'll say attractiveness takes longer to decay. Now, one of the things that again I'm not overly happy about is that when you place your like attractive like. Not buildings, but anything that you place can give attractiveness, and obviously the decorations do as well. That will slowly decay over time, so it forces you to keep building. You can't just sit and do nothing. But you also get a problem where you're sending your people out to do their thing, but then you're losing money because you don't have enough money to build the buildings that you want. But then you have to spend the little money you have on attractive stuff just to keep people bringing in. So there's a little bit of an issue there. But anyway. At least, like I say, that's what seems to be. And it's sort of like laying the track in front of the train. You have to keep building, have to keep going, because otherwise people are just like, oh, I've seen that flower bed before, I don't like it. They get a bit bored. We've got an upgrade here, so we might as well upgrade it to, say, up stock quality. I don't know what it does. It just says upgrade the stock quality. It doesn't tell me what it does. It just increases the quality. Upgrade a settlement. Pretty sure I've just done that. Right, so what about our research? Research is still going. How far? We're only on a couple of days left there. Either way, that guy is not overly happy. He wants to get some entertainment, but we don't have any entertainment buildings. But I think I'm going to leave it there because I think you get the gist of what the game is like. Now, as I said, as you progress on and things level up, you get access to more buildings. So you can see there's loads of other things you can build here, like the toilets, theatre, funeral. What is that? That's a furniture store. I thought it said funeral store, ice cream parlor, all of these things, stables and stuff. And then you can train up your heroes and get the heroes, you get better heroes and you can get better quests. And obviously you have to talk to kingdoms and you get like an evil villain that you can encounter on the epic quests. And yeah, bad things can happen with the other settlements. So there's a lot here. It's just really whether or not you like the way it's being done. And there's a couple of things that I'm not a big fan of, and I explained as I've gone through this. I'm really not a big fan of the way when you send your heroes on quests, you have to sort of put these supplies in. I don't get it. I just don't. I can understand putting the supplies in. I like the fact that you have to put your supplies in, but I don't like that you have to put them in a particular order. I don't understand it. It's like combos and stuff, and you can just find the ideal combo, which, it's up to you whether you do that. You could say it's a bit of a cheat, but I don't really, this combo history, it's good, but it takes so long to do, and I just, like I say, I'm not a big fan of that. There's other things I'm not a big fan of. Overall, though, I like the idea of the game, and I've played a couple of hours now, and I'll probably put a couple more into it, and it's cheap enough, so it may be something for you. Links in the description so you can check it out yourself. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.